This is going to be one of the most tactical videos you see on this channel, because in this one, I'll show you under the hood and reveal the exact secrets we used to help our client go from this to this in just shy of 30 days, all while dealing with PCOS. Not every single detail, because that will be a disservice for the clients who joined our Metabolic Rebuild 5-phase body transformation program to transform themselves. But you'll get to know the tracking systems, the protocols we used, and enough information that you can start implementing today and start seeing way better progress than you are right now. In case if you're new here, my name is Devanand Prasad, founder of Dynamics. We help busy, career-driven women like those in higher levels of a company with a lot of responsibilities, such as managers or executives, build a body and lifestyle where they no longer have to diet using our 5-phase metabolic rebuild method, which can be done in 30-minute workouts with just 3 days a week and without sacrificing your comfort foods. It's designed to ultimately make your body do 90% of the work for you, so you can not only achieve your dream body, but maintain it forever with simple nutritional habits and minimal workouts. So just as a backstory, she came in with the goal of losing 40 pounds while struggling with PCOS for over 2 years, and mainly wanting to take back control of her health and make a permanent long-term transformation. Now, for full clarity, let me read it in her own words. My number one fitness goal for the next 12 months is to get into a healthy lifestyle and really commit to long-term wellness. I have PCOS, so managing my weight and overall health is really important to me. I'd love to lose at least 40 pounds, get toned, and most importantly, build habits I can maintain for life. Now, the biggest thing holding her back, the uncertainty of knowing what to do in the gym and mainly feeling like she doesn't belong there. Now, if you're in that weird phase of trying every single training and nutrition protocol under the sun, but have no results to show for all your hard work, you know exactly what she meant by saying feeling like she doesn't belong there. She tried, but deep inside, didn't want to waste time playing the guessing game and hoping something would work for her, especially when dealing with PCOS. Personally speaking, 90% of the people who come to us asking for help is stuck in this exact same spot. You go to the gym without a clear plan or copy some random swipe workouts from your favorite influencer, forcing yourself to do hour-long workouts when your hectic schedule doesn't even allow it. You do a few reps on a random empty machine or repeat the same exercises every single week without measuring your progress and hoping something will work. Well, the best thing is you're not sitting on the sideline. You're actually taking action and doing whatever you can, and that's a good thing. But the worst thing is action alone isn't enough, because soon enough, when that initial excitement fades and when you have no results to show for it, you will hit that burnout stage and stop everything all over again. But the people who recognize their patterns and ask for help before getting to that stage, they are the ones who avoid burnout, and they're the ones who actually keep going. Now, if you want proof, here you go. Studies show that 90% of the people quit the gym within the first 90 days. And if you ask me, this is exactly why. Now, moving to the next, the most heartfelt part. We here at Dynamics are not interested in quick fixes or just being another fat loss program. We like to call it a transformational program. And to commit to this process and to make the transformation a reality, you need a strong reason why. Because that is the exact reason will keep you on track and push you in the days where you don't feel like it. For some, it might be body shaming. And for ones, they just want to feel happy and confident in their own skin. For others, it's about wanting to prove themselves what they're capable of. Someone who refuses to settle for mediocrity and wants excellence in all aspects of their life, and to become a role model and lead by example. And for some, maybe you focused all your energy in your career and finances, but your health has taken a toll. You realize, regardless of the money and your career success, none of it matters if your health doesn't allow to enjoy any of it. And for her, this was her reason. My moment was realizing how often my thoughts are consumed by feeling unhealthy, tired, and uncomfortable in my own body. I'm tired of constantly thinking about how I should make a change but never fully committing. I've also noticed how much my confidence has taken a hit over the years, and I really want to build that back. It's important to make a change today because I don't want to keep putting my health and happiness on hold. I deserve to feel good in my own skin and live a life that reflects the version of myself I know I can be. Now, that right there is a compelling reason, and it is that reason will keep her going when things feel hard or when she doesn't feel like showing up. So, for you, the sooner you find that deep internal reason of wanting to make this transformation, the easier it becomes to stay consistent and to follow through on your own action. Before reaching out for help, as you can see, she tried everything: intermittent fasting, skipping breakfast, and just running on coffee, avoiding sugar and carbs, cutting out chocolate, and still she remained in the exact same place. And to answer some of your questions, I personally never knew this client. 90% of her clients, including her, found us on Instagram and decided to work with us. Now that you understand the starting point, let me tell you something that can make or break your progress. Even though I'm only showing you what happened in the first few months of her time in the program, do not take this video as me promoting quick fixes or crash diet or promising you results in just 30 days. This video is just to show you how far you can go and how quickly you can start to see changes if you have the right strategy, if you have a plan that works with your body and lifestyle instead of working against it. As you will see, even though she started progressing like never before, she was absolutely not focused on quick results. Before we even started the process, she accepted that the journey might be slow, and that is exactly what it takes to maintain long-term wellness. And that perspective right there gave her room to breathe. If you think it's gonna take longer, then on the weeks you don't lose weight or don't see progress, you won't stress yourself out and won't make random emotional decisions that will mess up your entire progress. The more you rush, the longer it takes, and for the most, they never stop rushing. So they never get there at all. But the moment you stop rushing, it happens faster than you think. Now that we are on the same page, let's dive into exactly what we did to make this transformation a reality. Like most online fitness programs, the go-to strategy is slashing your calories right off the bat so they can advertise fast results. Technically, it works because if you want to lose weight, you need to consume less calories than you burn. The easiest way to do that, cut the food and increase workouts. But that is exactly why it hasn't worked for you, or why you couldn't maintain results for more than just 90 days. If that really worked, you still wouldn't be here watching this video trying to solve the exact same problem. Cutting calories is easy. You don't need a $10,000 coach to tell you to eat less. You could just starve all day or eat just one meal and lose weight. But is that sustainable? Have you ever taken the time to understand why you're doing what you're doing, or even asked your coach the reason behind it? Have you ever thought about making behavior modifications that will make it easy for you to maintain the results long term? Since you're here, I guess that's a no. If you want real, sustainable fat loss, it all starts with the preparation before cutting the calories. Here's exactly what we did for this client, and this might sound crazy. We didn't change a single thing for the first week. Instead of shoving down the protocols from the day one, we met her where she was. We monitored the nutritional habits, the exact food she ate, activity levels, sleep schedules, work timings, and every little detail. After gathering all the data, we built a plan based on where she already was. While we were in information gathering mode, her only job was to learn about the process and the reason behind each changes. We taught her through small educational videos, walked her through every single phases so she knew exactly what to expect. And finally, when she received her custom routine, there was no confusion, no overwhelm. She knew exactly what to do from the day one. Then we moved into the testing phase. At Dynamics, we have multiple protocols ready to implement, and the protocols that work for client A won't work for client B, because everybody comes from a different walks of life and a completely different exercise and diet histories. We gave her space to test the current routine, and if something didn't feel right, we tried different protocols. Usually, we rarely need to make major changes because we've collected so much data at the start, and all we do is to make little tweaks according to the client's feedback just to help her keep progressing. Now, here's your tip if you want to implement this. Never, I mean never, get married to one single training split or dieting protocol. Be open to experimenting and finding what feels best for you. Something that doesn't feel like your second full-time job. Because this is not about just getting fit for the next 90 days and then stopping. This is something you'll need to do for rest of your life. So it's worth spending time up front figuring out what fits your life. Now, if you want more routine so you can experiment what fits better for your goals and your lifestyle, message me the word split on Instagram and I'll send you a list showing you what muscles to focus on depending whether you train 3 to 5 days a week. We kept tweaking her routine and gathering feedback until she said there is nothing else to improve and I'm completely satisfied. And that is exactly what we want from every single client. Another thing we had to make sure was aligning her protocol with her health condition. Since she had PCOS, we aligned her eating habits according to the circadian rhythm, front-loading carbs in the morning and minimizing it by the night while focusing on recovery. With that alone, the scale started moving. And that right there was our signal that the plan was working exactly like how we wanted. And just in case it hadn't, we had the backup protocols ready according to her monthly cycles. For nutrition, even with the calorie goal, we didn't give her a rigid meal plan. She kept eating the food she already loved, while we just made slight adjustments week by week, aligning with her goal. And this might be a surprise for you. We forced her to eat takeout and dine in at restaurants. While most people eliminate everything to avoid the chance of messing up, our focus was to teach her how to navigate real life situations from the day one. So she'd never find herself in a situation where she had to choose between dieting and living her life. In this way, she was transforming her body without having to overhaul her entire lifestyle. Because let's be real, who wants to feel stuck in a diet? I know I don't, neither do our clients, or neither do you. Training wise, we had her in the gym 3 times a week for 30-minute sessions. We covered every single detail from exercise execution to all the way down to how long to rest in between the sets. We eliminated as much thinking as possible while giving her the full flexibility, meaning she could choose when she wanted to work out. Didn't matter if it was 2 a.m. or midnight. She could do it at her own time and her own pace. Since she's a busy professional, saving time was the ultimate non-negotiable. So we had to make sure she get maximum output for the effort she's putting in. So each week we focused on 1 to 2 exercises and perfected her form, correcting any mistakes she had picked up before. And just like that, in few weeks, she was executing every single movement with precision. No progress left on the table. And in simple terms, our focus was to take away all the stress, remove all the guesswork, and eliminate overwhelm. And her only job, close her eyes, follow the plan. But here is something you must understand. Just because a routine works right now doesn't mean it will work forever. Your body adapts, and that is called metabolic adaptation. Your body adjusts to the calories you're consuming, and as a result, your body will slow down the amount of calories you burn, making fat loss harder and harder the more you are in a deficit. To prevent that from happening, you need to recognize patterns, notice plateaus, and adjust accordingly. Same with training. If you're not increasing the weight or intensity over time, you will stop seeing progress because you will stop hitting those stimulative reps, the ones that actually trigger lean muscle growth and boost your metabolism. That is exactly why you need to track your numbers and not to be reactive, be proactive. Most free programs online won't work because they lack customization, tracking, and strategic adjustments. We solve that with a custom roadmap and a live tracking system for every single client, giving us instant visibility into the history stats, and how they're progressing. Now, if you want to do it yourself with the bare minimum, track these numbers. Average body weight per week, percentage of nutrition goal compliance, percentage of training compliance, energy and intensity ratings from each session. With just these changes, she lost over 8 pounds in just 4 weeks, all while dealing with PCOS, a social life, and managing a demanding full-time job. Now, that being said, if you want us to create and implement the same protocols and systems for you, tailored to your goals and your lifestyle, check the first link in the description and fill out a super short application. And if it's a good fit, one of our head coaches will walk you through how these 5 phases would look like for you. That said, we are very selective about who we work with, because even with all these customizations and proven protocols, if you're just looking for shortcuts or 90-day quick fixes, this isn't for you. And that is exactly why we have an application process. And if that offends you, no worries. Keep watching the free content and implement what you learn. All I care about is that you got the value from this video. And if that's the case, it puts a smile on my face. And just know that I'm rooting for you.